In this video, I'm going to discuss about the ozonolysis, which is pulled out from the degree first semester syllabus. That is chapter 5, acyclic hydrocarbons and the properties of alkanes. Let's see this ozonolysis in detail now. What is ozonolysis? This ozonolysis is nothing but the electrophilic addition of this ozone to the double bond, that is the alkanes, or the alkynes, that's a triple bond, and results in this breakage of this double bond or triple bond, and the oxygen is being added here. So it's nothing but the cleavage of alkenes or alkynes with ozone, resulting in the formation of aldehydes, ketones, alcohols, or carboxylic acids, depending upon the oxidative workup or the reductive workup we are using here. So depending upon the reagents we are using here, it results in the formation of aldehydes, ketones, alcohols, or carboxylic acids. So this is nothing, ozonolysis is nothing but the cleavage of alkene or alkyne by means of ozone here. Yes, let's see this mechanism of ozonolysis here. In the step one, the first one is we know that this alkene is nucleophilic in nature because it's rich in electrons. So the electrophile will come and attack this. So the electrophilic attack will take place. This is rich in pi electrons. So this double bond, the pi electron will attack this ozone, resulting in the formation of this molozonide. This molozonide, yes, the attack will take place in this manner, where the shifting of the bonds and the will take place here, resulting in the formation of molozonide. And because of the presence of two peroxy linkages here, so this is very unstable, so it immediately rearranges itself, resulting in the formation of ozonoid. So first, this carbonyl oxide and this carbonyl molecule are shown below, are formed, and this results in the formation of this ozonoid here, which is shown here. So this rearrangement will take place like this, resulting in the formation of this ozonoid here. So the malozonide, which is unstable, rearranges itself into the ozonoid, and now this ozonoid, which is formed here, intermediate which is formed, can be subjected to reductive workup or oxidative workup. So in the reductive workup, mild reducing agents like dimethyl sulfide or zinc metal with water is used. So this is mild reducing agents is dimethyl sulfide is here. So uh, so uh, the ozonide will now it's reduced to aldehydes or ketones with dimethyl sulfide, and this is formed as a side product here. So taken twice, SO is being formed here. So this is the reductive workup, and in the oxidative workup, we use the reagents, oxidizing reagents like hydrogen peroxide or potassium permanganate instead of this dimethyl sulfide, and the oxidation will take place, resulting in the formation of acids and ketones here. So the carboxylic acids are being formed here when reagents such as hydrogen peroxide is used here. So let's see this mechanism on the whole, what is happening here. This alkene, electrophilic addition of this alkene with ozone will take place, resulting in the formation of molozonide. This molozonide is very unstable because of the presence of two peroxy linkages here. So the rearrangement will take place, resulting in the formation of this ozonide, which on reduction with mild reducing agents like dimethyl sulfide, resulting in the formation of aldehydes and ketones with CH3 taken twice SO as the side product here. So let's see these examples now. This cyclohexene, when subjected to ozonolysis in the presence of reducing agents like dimethyl sulfide, will give you this product where this is broken, this double bond, where double bond O and double bond O is being formed. And when the methyl group is substituted on the cyclohexene is subjected to ozonolysis, this product is being formed here, this double bond O and double bond O, and this methyl group is as it is here. And when in the presence of oxidizing agents like hydrogen peroxide, carboxylic acids, alcohols are being formed here. Yes.